up to Netanyahu because he wanted to bring this war to a close. And he didn't want to get dragged in initially to a war in Iran. I mean, you know what Trump's courage was, why he became president in 2016? Do you remember the Republican stage? And they all asked, are you for the Iraq war? And Jeb Bush, who was George Bush's brother, wasn't willing to say that his brother made a mistake.
Oh, yeah, he's a little oil bunny.
You know, and Donald Trump, to his credit, stood up on a Republican stage and said the Iraq war was a disaster. I think that's how he became president. And he ran saying, I want to be a president who ends these wars. I really believe that's what he thought at the time.
Oh, well, sure. Well, I think recently, you know, how we're doing okay without the notes so far, huh?
You're doing great.
Okay, thanks.
I wish people had more common sense like you than the people who are making this foreign policy establishment. Actually, my recommendation is that before Donald Trump makes a decision, he needs to have a conversation with you.
Oh, God.
No, well, to remind him, because I watched your actually clip with him during the presidential campaign, and I said, you made him the most human that I've actually seen him. I mean, your conversation with him about his brother and alcoholism, and then he asks you, what was it like for you to have cocaine and your addiction? And I thought, wow, this is like him having a normal conversation.
Yeah, felt pretty normal.
And so, but I think, do you know anyone, Theo, in your life who's like, yeah, we should go out and go to war with Iran? Like any of the folks you talk to?
Nobody. Nobody. You know? Even like hardhead, like even guys who like former Navy SEAL, no, none of them. Nobody is saying yes. And I felt like the biggest thing there's so many things right now, and it's like I feel like in the world that are kind of stressing people and making people nervous. But one of the things is I felt like it was supposed to be America first. Like we're focusing on like, what are we doing to get things back into America, right?
Exactly.
To like increase like the purpose of being an American, to refill like our hearts with blood and like and make us feel something again here and make us be excited about being an American, right?
Yeah.
And I felt like that was what a lot of the energy was for. And then now that we're caught up here and it feels like we are just working for Israel, I think to a lot of people, it's, I don't know, you just really start to feel very disillusioned pretty quickly. And I don't mean disillusioned in people. I don't mean disillusioned in like the human beings, but this disillusioned in our leaders, right? You start to feel like, I don't know, at one point, neither one of these parties is helping us.
Well, they both seem like parties that have gotten us into war. I mean, $6 trillion it cost us into Iraq and Afghanistan. And we need now an anti-war movement in this country. And I don't think it has to be Democrat or Republican. I think Americans are sick of war. Here are the two things I think we could do. Look, on how do you end the war in Gaza? Right?
Yeah, that's a great question. What would you do to curtail things right now in Gaza? Do you think they're really going to aim for like a two-party state over there? To me, it looks like they're just going to try to sweep these people into the ocean, Well, I hate to say that.
The problem is you've got Netanyahu, who is listening to his right wing, right? Ben Gvir and Smotrich. These are two guys.
Smokeless is other guy's name?
Smotrich.
Bring him up.
There he is, Smotrich.
Bezalel Smotrich, yeah.
And these guys are basically telling Netanyahu that if you stop bombing Gaza until all of Hamas is killed, that we won't support you for prime minister. So if Netanyahu stops, he stops being prime minister.
I see what he's saying. So he's in a bit of a catch-22.
He's in a catch-22.
But I don't understand because you always hear great things about the Israeli military, right? The IDF, you always hear like how amazing they are. And I've met a lot of former people that have been in it and guys who were like in the Krav Maga, some really talented warriors, really. But then why not send like your Navy SEALs to get the actual Hamas people? I don't understand this. If you're so precise, then what is this? You're bug spraying this group, these people, like
they got them in the first 3 months. They destroyed most of Hamas's military capability. But the reality is Hamas is both a military movement, but it's also partly a political movement. I mean, there are people.
Right. Some people in Palestine elected Hamas because they thought they needed a desperate political party.
Exactly.
Right.
So then the question is, well, what do you do? Because I agree with you that Hamas can't be governing Gaza.
Yeah.
And so there is a solution. And the solution is the president, Donald Trump, can call Netanyahu. He says, okay, enough with the bombing. We're giving them right now 2,000-pound bombs to hit these civilians. We're giving them.
There's a video the other day. Sorry to interrupt
No,
you, bro.
please.
Can you see if you can pull it up, Trevor? There's a video of a child picking up the casing of a missile and reading it. I think. See if you find that. Maybe we can't find it. That's okay. Do you think there's any chance of Palestine getting its land back there?
I do. But first of all, you talked about this child getting a missile. How would it make you feel that our tax dollars actually were paying for a lot of the missiles and the weapons that are being used to now kill Palestinians?
I agree. I think we've given them $12 billion this year, Israel allegedly. Can you look up what amount of war materials that we've given them?